Hello, this is Dr. Garrett Castleberry, Associate Professor and Program Director of Communication, Media, and Ethics at Mid-America Christian University. I'm here with a special preview for the next guest speaker, guest interviewee that we'll be having in COM 4603, Creating Social Media Presence and Cultural Movements. It's exciting to have this next guest with us because they've got a lot of direct influence on the goings on at MacU. And so without further delay, I want to preview who will bring in to work with us in an interviewing workshop capacity. All right, so our next guest is Whitney Knight, who serves with the marketing department at MacU and has a great internal sense of the goings on here because she's also alumni with MacU. And so Whitney will share many of her experiences, and don't be afraid to ask the hard questions as we learn about what kinds of roles go into working with a marketing team at that university level, right, of business enterprise, if you will. Whitney has other interests as well, of course, and those include, I think she's also a fan of anime and comics and graphic novels and things like that. So she has a strong artistic or creative side. She's into gaming and some things like that creative energy side, as well as someone that works to function as a content creator for a university. And so let's be thinking about those kinds of ways in which maybe the right side of the brain works with the left or helps offset certain pressures and maybe aids that problem solving process. I don't know. Let's find out through your questions for this week's speaker. So let me tell you a little bit about Whitney's daily duties, and these duties can certainly help to direct where our strategic questions are coming from in this formal group interview. Whitney's duties with the marketing program include writing press releases for the university. We talk often about jobs in public relations. Well, so many marketing departments today they include public relations. PR isn't always its own separate thing anymore. It's many things, as our courses with that focus try to stress. So she may be writing press releases one day and then serving as a copywriter the next. And when we say copywriter, that's a traditional journalist role, right? And copywriting may include everything from memos. Those could be internal, right, to technical writing on the email side of things, internal communication, external communication, and Whitney also works with, this is an area of special interest to her, our college dropout outreach program. And she'll be able to tell us a little bit more about what that is, what it means, and why it's important to her as Whitney serves essentially in many ways as a communication liaison. All right, another nice buzzword for us to play with. We can also recognize Whitney is part of our social media team, and so at MacU rather, and so she works as a social media handler. And I know social media is of interest to several of you. Let's dig in. Let's see what that entails. How's it put together? What goes into that kind of strategy? Who is it going out to, and how's it going out? Great questions that we can ask. Be sure to be specific with your questions. Remember, the more specific the questions we write, the less likely it's the same question that one of our peers is asking. And that's going to help us elongate the number of rich, distinct questions from those very broad questions that can kind of get easily, knocked off the list pretty quick. But let's not stop there. back to Whitney. Miss Knight also is a contributor and helps edit, or basically co-editor, of the MACU magazine. I know you all have seen these MACU magazines laying around here and there. They have a strong distribution. I think a current outreach of about 15,000 potential readers. So that's exciting. What do those pressures look like? How do you tackle those deadlines? What kind of creative decisions get made? Let's explore that. Let's figure out how we can learn more about the responsibilities that go into an all-encompassing marketing role. All right. But also, Whitney has split time in the past. I mentioned she's a MACU alumni, but she's also studied journalism and practiced it somewhere over at OCCC, one of our great kind of collaborative college spaces, a community college here in the OKC metro area. And between that time and her time here, she's able to tout the title of award winner from the OPA, and that's the Oklahoma Press Association. All right, so what goes into that? What kind of work is she proud of? What does her portfolio consist of? The digital media portfolio, something we're all invested in the communication, media, and ethics major. Let's figure out how we can grow ours, or start to think in different directions about the kinds of work we can produce or look forward to in a potential role, in this instance in marketing, but other conversations and positions may arise in as we talk. I'm going to look forward to your questions, look forward to that feedback process, and those, of course, revised final drafts that will go out to our speaker in advance. And then we will be welcoming in, all right, Whitney Knight to join us in creating social media presence and cultural movements. Thank you.